WhatsApp is getting ads. The messenger you are using and maybe the popular messenger you are using is getting ads. Let's talk about that and about privacy right after this. I'm sure that you've already heard that WhatsApp, a favorite messenger for a lot of people, is getting ads. Somewhere in the coming period, you will see ads appear in the messenger. Something you did not opt in for, you cannot opt out of it as well. So you just have to accept it that when you're using WhatsApp, they will provide you, they will show you ads, and based on your how long are you looking at an ad, or you're clicking an ad, based on all that data they will gather, they will now be able to profile you even better without your consent, of course, because we all know that Meta, that's the owner of WhatsApp and the owner of Facebook as well. And Meta doesn't come to mind if we're talking about companies who are very keen on keeping your data private, being secure with your data. Meta is not the company for that, right? Their pure goal is to gather as much information from their users and then to monetize that information, to profile you and present you with targeted ads, targeted messages. And at the end of the day, we are all human, so we can be influenced by that, right? And they are taking a big advantage of that. And I'm not saying that they are the only company who is doing that. There are a lot of big tech companies who are doing this same deal, but something that the former CEO of WhatsApp, before they were part of the Meta company, the former CEO said, there will be no ads in WhatsApp. That promise has been broken today, and now there will be ads. Let's take a look at some news articles. This one is from Telegraph, where we can see that the former CEO and former co-founder of WhatsApp, Jan Koum, he promised that WhatsApp would never get ads, right? Now that promise is broken, WhatsApp will be getting ads. This is one of the stories, of course. If you're looking at The Verge, you will see the story break there as well. WhatsApp will get ads. And the way they will do it is they will add it to, let's go real quick. This is the official website from WhatsApp itself. They will add it as in your status message, right? And in the channel. So you don't have control in the content, complete control, of course, anymore of what is in your status and what is in the channels tab of WhatsApp. And how does that look? If you scroll on the webpage of Meta itself, you can see that the ads will be injected in your status, but also in your channel. So you don't have complete control of what's in there anymore. Right, so they will just decide to add ads in your status, in the status feature and status option, and also in the channels. They will also, they say that if you scroll down, you can see in the screenshot how that looks, right? The promoted channels, that's what they are calling it. And they are telling you ads in the right place. But just to start, don't give those ads, right? Because no one opted in for ads on WhatsApp. As a matter of fact, in the past, in the beginning days of WhatsApp, I also used WhatsApp, and I know a lot of people are using WhatsApp. It's very popular and big in Asia and in Europe. And at that time when I joined WhatsApp, you could pay €1 for a year and then you have the app. It was the subscription model, so to speak, but €1 for a year, getting it ad-free, getting your data private. I mean, I understand that it would not be €1 nowadays and maybe put it like 3 or 4 or 5 euros. I would still pay that if you can just tell me that I have a ad-free experience, you're not mining my data, you're not getting into collecting what I'm doing and trying to monetize that without me having a say in that, right? So this is one of the problems with all those big tech companies. They are very money grabbing forward. They are trying to grab your data and feed it to a lot of business tools like AI, and then trying to monetize that, placing ads, trying to monetize that, trying to identify you as a specific type of user. Are you vulnerable to specific ads? Can they influence you in buying stuff because you're looking at a specific ad? They are manipulating your behavior on the internet based on your choices, the apps you're using, and the data that you and the content that you consume. That's a big and major privacy and security problem. Now, if you're living in Europe, it is very interesting because I know that the European Union is taking a very good look at big tech companies from the US, and they are looking at how data is being processed, how data is being collected from users using apps from those big tech companies. And WhatsApp, of course, they are big on the radar on collecting user information and then monetizing it, right? And it is a major abuse of privacy policies, right? So the European Union will push back. Europe will push back, of course, on this. And WhatsApp already have announced that they will not yet display ads for users in Europe because they don't know what the consequences will be for them. And this is a very good thing because at least in Europe, there are big unions who will try to protect their users from misuse of from those big tech companies. If we scroll down a little, this is very interesting because WhatsApp says it will not use personal messages, calls, and groups that a user is a member of to target ads to the user. And I don't know if this is a promise. Of course, this is what they are saying. But then again, they said that they will never show ads, and ads are there. So I think this is a very slippery slope, right? Because the first place to show those ads are in the updates and the channels. And maybe you are not looking at the channels that much. So they are testing it out, I would say. And then the next steps, who knows, maybe it will be in your personal chats, between your personal chats, that they will pop up with ads, right? It is possible. Technically, it's possible. We'll see in the future what happens. But when the gate is open to show ads in the app, I would say it is a matter of time because we can just see it across all apps and which are monetizing it. And once the gate is open, they will try to push in ads on every feature or window or message option they have in that app. That's my thinking, of course. But hey, don't take that as a fact. Also, the reason why that WhatsApp is not showing or still won't show ads in the beginning to European users is this is exactly what's happening, because there are laws here in the European Union which protect users from their privacy related data to get misused, right, or abused, so to say. Now, and that's exactly what Meta is doing, of course. They are linking data of various platforms and users, and they are then tracked for advertising without any genuine choice. So you cannot opt out or opt in or distance yourself from that. If you're using one of those Meta apps, you're by default the product of that platform, right? Because you're getting it for free, so to speak. It is not free. You're paying with your data. You're paying with your privacy. That's how it goes. Now, in the beginning days of WhatsApp, I was also using it, right? And by that time, it was not owned by Facebook, and you could pay $1 a year, and then you had the WhatsApp app. So when Facebook decided to buy WhatsApp, and that was, I suppose, back in 2014, I decided to quit WhatsApp because I was not agreeing on anything Facebook did. As you all know, if you're following my channel, I'm very serious about privacy and security. Facebook is not a privacy company, right? They use your personal data to do all kinds of nasty stuff. So I stopped using WhatsApp. And then the next question for me was, if I stop using WhatsApp, but I still want to be reachable for family and friends, what is the alternative? And what is a privacy-friendly app I could use? At that time, I decided as well to switch from WhatsApp to Signal. There were not a lot of people in my immediate circle who were familiar with Signal, of course, and not a lot of people were using it. And Signal was more like a nerdy alternative to a chat app, right? And of course, me being an IT professional at the time, hey, I am a nerd. So I switched over to Signal, and I had a transition period. I decided to have WhatsApp and Signal running side by side for a limited period of time. In that way, I could see who I was talking to a lot on WhatsApp, and then I could just signal them that, hey, you see what I did there? I could just signal them that I'm moving over to Signal, and please install that app so we can still have our social contact, right? And a lot of those people, they moved over to Signal. And nowadays, when I'm looking back, there are a lot of people also using Signal. And of course, Signal saw a spike in users when WhatsApp announced that they will put ads in the app. And that's a good thing, because Signal they have another vision, they have another goal from a company perspective. They are not a commercial company. And let's move over real quick to their website, and we can see what they are all about. So the Signal website, right? And you can see here, they have a few subjects they are talking about. And the one thing they are also promising is no ads, no tracking, and no nonsense, so to speak, right? And it will be free. Signal, of course, they are a company which they don't have a commercial goal. You can donate in the app, and that was from day one. So I am donating and keeping them. Hopefully, if a lot of people donate, of course, the user base will grow and they will have enough money to keep the app, as they are promising here on their website. And that is a very good thing. The Signal experience, Signal has grown. They have a lot of options which are nowadays also available in WhatsApp on other chat clients. And I would say they are on par from a user experience side of things compared to the other chat apps. And that's one of the things that is making the transition from WhatsApp to Signal also better, right? Or easier, I would say. So that's the viable alternative for me. And I would say look into it for yourself. But that is the road to go, by quitting WhatsApp and going over to Signal, and making sure that you use a chat app who is very concerned about keeping your data private, not presenting you with ads, not using your behavior within their chat app to promote a lot of other things and stuff you don't need and don't want. Another interesting thing for Signal is that the founder, who founded Signal, of course, and then Signal, they developed a protocol to use, that encryption protocol, right? That is the Signal protocol used for encryption. And Signal, the chat app, it's privacy friendly. All the chats are encrypted end to end. That means no one can get into your chat. And the encryption protocol used to do that is the Signal protocol. And funnily enough, that is also the protocol what was WhatsApp, Google Messages, Facebook Messaging, and Skype is using. And one of the reasons why they did that, because in the beginning of Signal, when WhatsApp was also very big, of course, WhatsApp didn't have end-to-end encryption for your conversations. So they were able to get into every conversation if they would like to. And I'm sure that has been the case in the past. But then when Signal came and Signal was talking about end-to-end encryption, that's one of the major things that they were promoting their app with. And now that protocol is also, after that, adopted by chat apps like WhatsApp and Google Messaging. It's very funny how the world works like that. So yes, I would say a very good alternative for WhatsApp, it's Signal Messenger. You can use it on every platform. Like I said, the features there are on par. Just to be sure, this video is not sponsored, right? By Signal or anyone else. This is my opinion, and I would like to share that with you guys. And that's why I'm telling you, Signal is a very good alternative for WhatsApp. If it is possible, get rid of all the Meta-related applications in your life. If you value privacy, you maybe already have done that, so that's very good. Again, you could argue, is Signal going to be ad-free forever? I don't know. They are promoting that on their website. They are not a commercial company. And that gives me some assurances that they will try to keep that donation model and be free, encrypted, safe, and secure. And also, they will not misuse the data they have on you. And I mean, what is the actual data that they have? They can not get into your chats. They cannot get into your groups. It is encrypted end to end. They are not sharing your phone number. You have the option within Signal to just share your contact information with a username and not your phone number. You can be selective which phone numbers you want to share on that platform from your contact list on your phone. So again, they are doing a lot of things to keep your information private, to encrypt everything that is in there, and making sure that no one can get their hands on your private, most personal information and chats in that app. So that is very important for me. And that's why making the change from WhatsApp to Signal at that time, it was, you could say, a little bit difficult, but that was more in my mind. In the actual, when I did it and I was running both applications for some time, like I said, side by side, so I could inform the people on WhatsApp that I'm moving over to Signal. At the end, the impact was very low. Everyone that is important to me, and I still have the same social connections with them, albeit using different platforms now. So that's perfectly fine. I would say try it for yourself. You can run both applications side by side and see what the Signal experience is, and keep in mind that you're doing this to protect yourself, the people you talk to on that platform as well, keeping your private information private and not being ridiculed by some tech company who is in the end stealing your information and trying to target you by using that information for their own benefit. Now, everything I told you in this video, that is of course my personal opinion. This is the way I look at privacy. This is the way I look at big tech companies. And I am looking at the facts which are available for everyone, and I'm making choices based on those facts because I value privacy a lot. I value security a lot, and I don't want companies which I don't give consent to have access to my personal information, my private information, or the way I use internet or apps. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope you've learned something new in this video. Don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons below the video. It helps out my channel a lot. And you will get a notification when I post a new video, of course. If you have comments on how you're dealing with your privacy concerns or what apps you are using, leave it in the comment section below. Let's get into that. And for now, take care. See you in the next video. Bye.